Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a special breakfast edition where I'm going to make my daughter a nice little breakfast sandwich and some hash browns. We're going to see how this goes because it's just me doing it because she's still in bed sleeping. So it's going to be a nice little surprise for her, which anybody can really make. It's real simple, real easy, and it's going to be a delicious sandwich. So let's get started and see how this goes. Alright, so first I have these golden griddle hash browns, which are absolutely fantastic. I haven't seen any in Ontario, but my dad picked some of these up for me, which was absolutely fantastic, so I got to bring those home with me when we came back. If you don't find any of these, which is totally possible, I also use this. Doesn't matter what kind of brand it is, I just use sliced white potatoes. It works either way. But we're going to be using these for today. So I've already boiled my water because these are dehydrated hash browns. So I've already boiled my water and I'm just going to kind of fill it up. Okay, and so we just filled it up to about this spot right here. So we're going to close that up. Okay, and we're going to let that rehydrate for about 12 minutes or so, and then we'll be right back so that we can finish with making we can start cooking the potatoes up. Alright, so while we were waiting, I preheated my pan. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there. And I'm going to put our rehydrated potatoes in there. So right now I have the stove set to about in between medium and medium high at the moment. I have this Tony's Creole seasoning, which can only be found in the States, where I got them from at Walmart. When I was down visiting my best friend Erin's parents in Myrtle Beach, it was absolutely fantastic to go and see them and visit them down there and spend time with them. So just put a nice little seasoning of that on there. Let's see if we can show you here. What do you think about that? You don't want to go too crazy with it, but just enough to give it some flavor. So we're going to mix this up. Let it cook. So you can let it cook as long as you want it. Depends on how crispy you're going to want your hash browns. I like mine a little bit on the crispier side, so we tend to do it on the crispier side. Kind of like your bacon. Everybody has a different preference as to how they like their bacon. I like mine a little bit chewier. My best friend Erin, she likes hers a little bit on the crispier side. So if you're just joining us for the first time and you want to see more of these impromptu breakfast meals or anything else like our unboxings or come cook with us episodes, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below so that you will see whenever we've uploaded a new video. If you want to be notified, hit the bell button. And if you want to see a specific type of breakfast being made, please leave a comment down below, or if you like this breakfast idea, leave a comment down below as well. We're just going to let that cook for a little bit until it gets a little bit crispier before we start actually cooking the rest of it. So we'll be right back with that very shortly. Alright, so our hash browns are getting closer to being done now. They're starting to be nice and brown. So now we're going to work on the rest of it. Let's see if we can manage to do this. Alright, so we're going to take a nice little piece of meat here. This is some Black Forest ham. To fry up a little bit. You can use any kind of meat like bacon, sausage rounds, sausage if you want. Cut those in half though if you're going to put them onto a sandwich. Any kind of meat will do, really. Whatever sliced meat you might have in the fridge, even bologna, which is a pretty basic sandwich meat, I mean, that'll work in there too. so we're just going to clear that off to one side. And then we're going to crack our egg in there. Alright, if you want to, you can season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, you can cook the egg however you like. If you want to mix her up and kind of have almost like a scrambled form, that's cool. If you want to do sunny side up, that's cool as well. I will be doing over easy. My daughter likes to have hers a little bit, her yolk a little bit on the runny side. It all depends on what you like. So what we're also going to be doing is we're also going to be toasting the bread for the sandwich. Alright, so we're just going to leave that for the moment. We're going to continue waiting for the rest of our stuff to cook. Making sure that we flip our potatoes as well so that they don't get a little bit too burnt on the one side. So one of these containers of hash browns will feed about 2 or 3 people depending on how big the appetite is. Maybe 4 if you've got a little bit more to go with it. Go. The egg is flipped. Just going to flip that meat over a little bit. And try and carefully get our egg out so that we don't break the yolk, hopefully. I think we got it, so we'll just put that to the side for the moment. And cooking up the potatoes. Your potatoes are almost done. You need a little bit more time. Just turn down the heat on your frying pan a little bit. Okay, looks like our meat is done. So we're just kind of waiting for the toast to pop up and be finished. There's our toast. Alright, so on our sandwich we're going to put some Miracle Whip on it. You can use mayonnaise, you can use butter. Choice is really up to you. You can use nothing at all if you'd like. We're going to put a little Miracle Whip on there. Put some lettuce down the bottom. I've got some spring mix lettuce. You can use whatever type of lettuce you have in the fridge. Spinach, Boston, leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, spinach. The choice is up to you what you want to use. Okay, so normally if I had tomatoes, I would also put tomatoes on it, but I do not have any ripe tomatoes from my garden yet that are big enough. So I'm going to put down a piece of cheese. And I'm going to put my meat on there. And Miss Belle has decided to awaken from the dead. She smelled food. Then we're going to put our egg up on top of that. Then we're going to put the other piece of the toast on there. Let's see. Then we're going to put some hash browns on her plate for her. Okay, so there's the finished product. We got some hash browns. We got a nice looking sandwich. Let's go see her have a little bite of that. Alright, Belle's gonna have the first bite of her sandwich because she's gonna pick the plate up so she doesn't get yolk all over the place. How's that sandwich there, Belle? Alright, and that's our impromptu breakfast from the mommy-daughter duo, where I made some special breakfast for my daughter today after I got home from work, before I head to bed. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll talk to you later.